Well, I hope I figure this out. But I'm listening to Tyler Oak and Corey Cool Psychobabble. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I had something recorded right after my surgery, oral surgery. If you've been following me on TikTok or Instagram, you'll see me that I was struggling with this tooth for since March. Since I'm like this, since I take blood thinners and I got this mechanical valve, and on top of that, I got polycythemia, blood cancer, where my bone marrow creates too much blood. A lot of the surgeons who are out here at the dentist office don't want to deal with me because it's like real complicated. So the last time I went to, because I needed, because I was real swollen, and Blue Cross Blue Shield says you have to go to an oral surgeon, and then we'll cover it because I don't have dental. So I went to go see my cardiologist because it was real bad, puffy and everything. I was gonna go to the ER, but the Sooner Ride, which is the medical transport people, then when I scheduled it, they said that they don't take people to the ER; they take you to the urgent care. It's like, really? Yeah, I kind of like question is like, and that's one thing about prisons. Now I don't hold back. It's like, well, that's stupid. But I finally got it out. I mean, now that there for a while, he kind of, because I prepared for this. I went to go get my Lovenox. Even the cardiologist, he wrote a script or referrals. Like, you got to get it, sooner. Because I guess he goes, no, that's, the 7's too far away. This was like a week and a half ago. So he tried to tell me if I can get it in sooner. So, but a lot of people, like I said, don't want to deal with me because it's real complicated. Because I have to, get I have to stop taking the blood thinner 3 days in advance, go back on the injections, the Lovenox shots, injections, and sometimes if you kind of cut something in the jawline, you know, like a vessel, or so sometimes it's hard to stop the bleeding when you're on blood thinners. But anyways, I it took a while, and even the driver, and then my friend that he came in, was on hand just in case, because if they put me to sleep, they needed someone to be there until the medical van come pick me up. Uh, it took a while. I think they gave me like 500 milligrams of amoxicillin. So we had to wait like 30 minutes, almost an hour, just for before he can. Yeah, he kind of said, yeah, we got to get this out. You could tell like the jawline right now is it because of the infections that have been, I've had it since March, so it's like it really the infection. He wanted to get like at least like I think it was like 2,000 2,000 milligrams of amoxicillin, like 500. There was like 500 milligrams capsules, so he gave me four. So yeah, it's 2,000 milligrams. But I've done. I got one pulled out in prison, and over there, it's like they don't put the gel like numb your area of the jawline. So he put that gel. I'm like choking on the back of my throat because that gel. I don't know what it is. It's kind of like real strong. I guess antibiotic or whatever. And numb. And I don't know if it's a numb anesthetic or whatever. But all I know is just kind of like I started choking. You have my jaw open, like like, press on this. Is all okay? Yeah, whatever. Then he started like doing that. I think is it Novocaine? I don't know. And then the thing is like you kind of it hurts at first, but like after a while, oh yeah, after a while I can feel it. And it's like, but it hurt more in prison than over here. I guess it's because of that jail. I don't know. It just kind of like he kind of like snap, 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 done. He's like, well, but I can think, right now, just like my jawline, where the nerves, that's why I kind of like right now when I don't know, I got a new phone, and this new phone is kind of like really getting on my nerves. I kind of figured out how to get it to sync with my Bluetooth, my speakers, my headphones, and also like do my recording and stuff, in which I've been like slacking because there's a lot of things going on that uh uh I don't want to get into it because I got a frustration in like a lot of things. I'm kind of late, sitting back waiting to see what else is going to happen. But if you notice that I put it like the court order, like the judge gave me a court order to fix it. The, the I thought I can get away with the statute of limitation, but I guess the only way to make it, if you see in the Diddy trial, they did away with some of the charges. I think it's like some of the Rico stuff or state. They're gonna like throw it away, have the state deal with it. It's the same thing what I'm going through right now. I got to weed these people out, and so to make it stronger for me to have this judge to uh, go make this go further, I need to change it, and she's giving me like a chance. She knows that I'm doing it by myself, and none of the attorneys in this area wants to take it. And she knows, the people involved. And now that they're kind of like got I think they got an investigation going on. So it kind of like ethics. I think is part of me because I haven't heard back from the office accountabilities, something like that. So I think that's part of it, and I need to get it done. I mean, done correctly to take my time, and that's what I did. I sent a motion for more time because I didn't get the notice until like it was filed on the 8th, and I got it like on the 20th. So it's like that's why I'm kind of focused on like in my brain over here. I'm kind of looking at asking. I'm using DeepSeek, and I kind of use Chat GPT. All this I get more results with DeepSeek. Because the other ones just tell you need to contact an attorney, la la la. And on top of that, I got the Social Security of my appeal. I got an extension because there's a lot of documents missing. And I told the judge when I had I appeared by myself. I just got the documents on last week Friday, and I sent in the missing documents because you guys have uh, from 2018 and forward. But if you look on, you're missing. I told the office of termination here over in Oklahoma City and the Social Security office over here. It's like I originally filed in 2008, and then again after I had open heart surgery, I did in 2009. It shows right there. If you look on the paperwork, it shows that I filed in 2008 and 2009. And it also says on the stipulations on the SSDI, if you have a warrant or like anything like that, you need to take care of that. And that's that's what happened. And she saw that, she's like, but I told her, I stopped her. It's like, no, I just got the documents last week, and well, at the time when I was in the hearing, I just got the documents last week, but I've been waiting that so I can get this other private attorney to. He wants the medical records from what was pulled being presented to the court, and I just got it. And she goes, well, you need more time. I said, yes, I need more time. She goes, all right, I'll give you 75 days. So I got that, and I got this over here, and I got issues going with family. And a lot of it has to do with me, like, trying to get, like, figure myself out, I actually, like, enjoying my little freedom. Therefore, like, I wish I didn't delete it all, but, due to the situation that's been going on with this illegal background, now that I'm not on any kind of supervision, I'm off and everything. No, I can say whatever I want, but now with this thing, what's going on with the immigration stuff, I'm just kind of like, sitting back, laying back, kind of playing things out. But I'm also thinking in my head, about this legal stuff, because once I get this done, I get the other convictions. She's holding that because I got two habeas corpus. That's what she's waiting on. She's waiting on this to rule on that to present it to the judge, and I'm pretty sure the convictions are going to be overturned or vacated, and that she needs that to put it together. And right now, the people over there in Texas are sweating bullets, and that's why they're being investigated too, because what they was done, was wrong. But I won't get into it. And I wish I would have, like, I wish I deleted those, but I didn't. I deleted, like, when it first started in December, January, all the way, and I deleted I think I deleted it in January. I think in September I deleted it, if I recall right. Then I restarted recording again, and then I deleted it again in February of this year because I didn't want, like, them to come after me, because they already, like, confiscated all my devices and all that, tried to hinder me, delay me, and so I just kind of like, eh. Now that I uh have all the necessary tools, I sent like I sent like documents via email to my friend in Oregon. Here, keep this in case something happens. But uh, I also, like, have a way of, like, saving it if my devices get taken away again. But I now that I'm not, like, under restriction or supervision, they don't have no right to do that. But back then when I was on it, yeah, they go find any way to delay, and that's what happened. And I lost a lot of documents. And I'm kind of glad that I filed some of this, sent it into the court. That's how I got most of the documents missing for this SSDI, because I sent it to the court and I printed it out. I spent like $70 going to the federal system, trying to get the documents. I knew that, and sure enough, when I got it, they didn't. The prison records, your medical records said they can't find me. How can you not find me? I did 6 of the 7, and so that's why the Social Security judge kind of gave me 75 days, and I told her, it's like, I sent those documents in, and who did you send it in? I gave him the person's email, but I seen that the Social Security didn't recognize me, so it kind of booted it. So here I have to print it all out, and those ink cartridges aren't cheap, but here in next month, I'm gonna buy a laser. Laser's more economical. You print more pages out of it with a laser instead of that. But I think now I'm more happy with myself, and that's what I wanted to do. Let everybody know I just need to take time. 23 years. Trying to, like, fend off all my enemies, my haters, and every once in a while I get people, like, in prison, because that's when I got out, I was going to be an advocate, but everybody just wants money, 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 money. But I guess, like, I can't do it right now. I have my own issues, but that, and too, like, what's going on with the with ICE and everything. There's a lot of people, like, all the stuff that I said, what's going on. I said that a long time ago. most of the stuff that I've been telling you, recording, I had recorded. And if you followed me and you listened to me, I said, like, why, if someone pulls you over, plead the fifth. If you don't have anything to arrest you for, arrest me. But usually when you take you to jail or anything, they kind of kick you out the next day because you don't have nothing to hold you on. Because they give you like about, I think it's like 72 hours or something like that to charge you with something. They can't hold you like more than 72 hours. I think it's either 48 hours, 72 hours, and always plead the fifth. Now you can see it all the time. Like plead the fifth, plead the fifth. You want to have attorney present. And nowadays it's like that's what it was. What I was a whistleblower, and that's been 23 years that I've been dealing with this bullshit. Then what happened over in Cooke County? That was all based on uh, discrimination. They used my prior history from Oregon, and plus my ex-employer, said things that like were not true, and it's like, okay, why are you releasing this information? You were the victim. I was the suspect. That's a conflict of interest. What you just did made my sentence a lot longer than it should be. And it's like, yeah, anyway. But I didn't want to make a little segment. The one other day I kind of I had cotton in my mouth, but I wanted finally I just I want to do an episode on how to get around if you have Medicaid and you don't have dental insurance, there's a way to get around it. You can get it covered, and that's what happened with me. It just took a little bit, but I was this close to going to the ER, but I would have ended up paying out of pocket. And in the end, because you get treated in the ER, they'll probably just give you pain. I can't have pain meds. That's one thing, is that's why they took a while, because I'm on blood thinner, so they can't give me pain medication unless it's morphine. And like the one that I've been on right now, it's got like 5 milligrams of codeine. It's hydrocodone. I'm sorry. So it's a very little bit of it, and that's how I always beg and plead. It's like, oh, that's the first thing out of my mouth before he started going to cutting away. You gonna give me something for pain? Because I can't have regular pain meds like hydrocodone or codeine or anything like that. And excess amounts, like you get like 500 milligrams of hydro, whatever, strong pain meds, but I can't have it. So uh, that's why you see me whenever you see me on TikTok or Instagram saying, "Oh, I'm pain," you just think that's yeah, I'm in pain, I'm suffering, and that's what happened. So 3 months, and then now that it's out, I finally got the gauze out. The the gums are healed, and the incision, I should say, because it takes a while to for me to have the incision to heal over, stop the bleeding. Because if not, I'll be just bleeding all night. But it wasn't, bleeding like excessive. Just kind of look at the gauze. The first day, oh yeah, it was like I went through like 3 or 4 of them. Uh, but anyway, I just want to I'll do a segment on that, and then I think I might just pop in here and there. Uh, because I think I finally got a hold of one of my friends. Like he kind of rescued me when this whole thing went down over there in Texas, in Gainesville. He called him up as they come pick me up. Without him, I would be over there. I don't know. It would have been a lot worse because they're, you know, I don't know. That's the whole point. They just make, that kid. That's with that city that I would live down. My ex roommate told me, "All right, Hector, you're gonna live here. You got to be careful though because they're real racist here. They even have the tree where they lynch everybody or hang people, like the slaves and everything. If you're not one of us, she shouldn't say us. She said one of them. It's real tough. We'll make your life miserable," and that's what happened. And she told me to be careful with the police too. So And that's what happened in 2018. And he's not to bring her up, but may she rest in peace. I forgot her name though. I don't know if it was Jessica. I think that fifth grader, sixth grader that unalived herself because of bullying. That's how that's how bad it is. And when I heard about it, it's like, yeah, I believe it. They raise their kids young. Being like that way. And so yeah, but I left Texas. I'm sorry, and I think I'm going. What I'm seeing now on TV is like I'm glad I'm over here. Plus, over here in Oklahoma, they have a better health program. That's why uh, they send me. They let me go to over there to Texas because my my disability case is real high risk, and most of the doctors or the hospital here, I'm out of network. That's why it's like if I go to the ER, it's going to be in Texas. Because I went there once, I only had to pay $100. That's for the lab. Well, here I am making them longer than it is. But I might pop in here and there and make little a bitch session. Now that I got my friend is kind of like now what? But at least you have That's one thing. You need to have someone you know other than just family members because like right now what's going on with me, I think there's a lot of sour apples. I mean, not sour apples. Un resolved issues because of misinformation, and my friend knows about it. But that's all I'm going to say. That right now I'm just kind of like going through it. So I need if it continues, then I won't be like over in this area anymore. I'll probably end up going back to Texas, but Dallas. But I'm gonna end it. But y'all see me pop in here and there. I'll give you some. I got like a lot of issues, not issues. Like I had before. I had like Fridays was like long sessions, topics I should say, and then Wednesday was puro chisme. The whole point of the Ikewe title or topic or name of the podcast. I'm still working on see now that I have a friend. I might see if we can do a topic over uh, online. He's over there, but I can since I got Wi-Fi and all that. I need it because of doing my legal work. I got my laptop, and that's all I'm doing is going looking at court cases. Like I said, like a long time ago, I said everything's available online, and if nothing's corrected online, then you can contest it, or you know, because if there's wrong information, it needs to be corrected. They need to correct it because a lot of people can look at it and they can get everything, misinformation if it's on there wrong correctly, incorrect. So that's another thing I could talk about. But I'll end it right now. We'll see what happens, and I'm kind of glad I got to do another tooth in August. It'll be the top one. He's already said when you're ready, we'll get the top one. It's like, oh yeah, let me give me about a month, couple weeks, because it takes me a while to get everything all like it takes me a while to recover, like like the nerves, the tissue. If it was infected like this right now, it takes me a little bit. That's why he gave me like 2,000 milligrams. Then he sent me home with like 12 days worth of the antibiotics. Because yeah, you cut when they cut me open, my immune system was not like any normal person. Because I had Rocephin back in 2009, no 2008. I had blood staph in the blood, and that's like quite he who said that both the lung specialist and the oncologist is like, you get blood, staph in the blood, because it's very rare that you get you get staph on the skin, but with staph in the blood. That's why I had to take Rocephin for 6 weeks. That was a pain in the ass. Get up every morning for 3 weeks, go to the hospital there in Sherman, and spend an hour on an IV line with Rocephin. I had to put a PIC line on my right arm because every time they put the IV in, it burst my vein, and it's like it blows up. But anyways, you'll hear me pop in here and there. I thought I want to, because my phone, I had one, like I said, the pictures didn't come out. They won't. TikTok won't recognize it. Instagram won't recognize it. And I figured it out. It's like, oh man. So I have to go on to Windows or clip clamp, whatever it is, and save it as JPEG so it can recognize it. So like on the recording too, I can't find it on the phone. So I'm using my Moto G to record this. Like, oh man. But I gave my other phone to my friend that who came and waited in the lobby in case something happens because he needed a better phone. So I just gave it. I have like three. The one I just got, then the Moto G, then the other Galaxy. So he's been there for me. So I said, yeah, here you can have it. But anyway, I'll end it here. And el CocoSlays ya se va a dormir. I have to go to Texas tomorrow. I go see the lung doctor, see how my nodules. Yeah, I got future cancer in the lungs. That's another case that I have in Beaumont, this division that is because of the benzene gas. Because of my disability, they housed me one at non-AC unit for 3 years. Then they transferred me over to the Beaumont. Yeah, it's a 24-hour unit, but I was near benzene gas, and that's you have cancer because of that. When you have polycythemia, and then you get and if you're near benzene gas, you have a risk of catching lung cancer. But yeah, anyways, I'll see what happens tomorrow. He's gonna check my CPAP machine, make sure everything's right on it. Then I'm gonna go pick up my supplies for the CPAP, like the tubing, filters, the cushion. Yes, once you get to my age, everything goes downhill. Anyway, ciao, sayonara, obrigado, au revoir. Have a good one.